Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Welcome to my channel. I get a lot of requests to recreate celebrities' red carpet looks especially, but once a while I get a gush of requests to recreate a certain look, and this time it was Alia Bhatt's look from IFA 2019. The look was beautiful and Alia looked absolutely stunning, very unique from the regular red carpet looks, very bronzy as well as very glowy, simple as well as glam. It gave me a little bit of Game of Thrones vibes as well, and I said, it's so unique that I have to recreate it for you guys. So this is what I came up with. I'm going to be showing you both hair and makeup. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Alia was in grey color lenses, so I decided to wear grey lenses as well, and these look very natural. A link to this product is in the description box below. Good makeup starts with good skin. So let's go ahead and prep the skin. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Lemon Lippy Scrub from Colourpop. I'm going to scrub as well as condition my lips. And then I'm using a Wet n Wild lip balm. You can use any lip balm that you have. And to moisturize my face and neck, I'm going to be using the Aveeno Face Moisturizer. Now, because this is a very glowy makeup, I'm going to be using a lot of products from Ofra Cosmetics because I feel like their highlighters as well as bronzers are bomb. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video. I'm starting off with this beautiful illuminating primer. This is the Rodeo Drive. I'm going to be using it on my face and neck. For foundation, I'm using something that's fresh and light and long lasting. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Fresh Wear in 475, which is sun beige. And I'm going to be applying it on my face and neck using a mini duo fiber brush from Colourpop. This is the F11. You can also use a kabuki brush, a flat top brush. You can use a foundation brush. You can use a beauty sponge. You can use anything that you have. Also, just remember that a beauty sponge tends to absorb some of the product, so it'll give you less coverage than a brush. So depending on the kind of look that you're going for, you can either use a brush or a sponge. She definitely had a lot of structure to her face, so it was pretty evident she had a lot of contouring as well as bronzing going on, although at the end everything blended together and it looked very natural. So to contour my face and to add some structure, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild contour stick in Call Me Maple. This is a blendable cream contour stick. It's very easy to use this because it looks like a crayon and works like a crayon, especially when you're in a hurry. Apply it and blend it. It's very blendable as well, so it gets done very quickly. To conceal and highlight the high planes of my face, I'm going to be using the Milani concealer. This is in the shade 145, and you would have seen me use this over and over again in pretty much every single video since I bought this. This is my favorite concealer. It doesn't crease on me, and it works very well. It looks very creamy to begin with, but it's very blendable and dries fairly quickly. I'm going to be highlighting all the high planes, including my T-zone and my cheekbones, and I'm also going to be using it on my eyelids as a base before I apply eyeshadows. And to blend this, I'm using a damp beauty sponge. This sponge is from Amazing Cosmetics. To set this concealer, I'm going to be using a loose powder. I'm using Maybelline Master Fix because it's very finely sifted and it's very easy to work with it. You can use any loose powder that you have. And because we are going for that glowy look, I'm only going to set in areas where I feel like I might sweat and, the concealer or the foundation might crease, mostly in my T-zone. And the face brush that I'm using is from Milani. Now let's get to the eyes. I'm going to first start with my brows. She had very natural looking brows. It was definitely lighter than mine. So I'm going to be using the 3D brow tones from Benefit Cosmetics. This is in the shade 4. It's much lighter than my brows. This will help to tone down my brows a little bit. So I'm going to be brushing my brow hair with it first. And then I'm going to fill in just the sparse areas very lightly with a brow pencil. This is Benefit Precisely My Brows in 4.5. Her eye makeup was very glowy, plus there was a little bit of sparkle going on her lids as well. So rather than using an eyeshadow palette, I decided to use a highlighter and bronzer palette from Ofra. This is On The Glow palette. First, using the Rodeo Drive highlighter, I'm going to highlight my brow bones as well as inner corners. Under my brows, I'm using the Colourpop concealer brush, and in the inner corner, I'm using the flat shader brush from Folklore. Using the Americano bronzer, I'm going to deepen the outer corner, and the brush that I'm using again is from Colourpop. This is the blending brush. Make sure you blend softly and take your time. It should look well diffused. I'm going to fill in the rest of the lid using the Blissful highlighter, and the brush that I'm using is a flat shader brush from Hip Dot. And for that extra sparkle, right on top of this, I'm going to be using a loose pigment. This is the Lion from Colourpop. To tightline just my upper waterline, I'm using the Jordana Easy Liner in black. And I'm going to finish up my eye makeup by curling my lashes and applying a coat of mascara. I'm going to be using the HD Volumizing Mascara from Ofra. It didn't seem like she had any false lashes on, but she definitely had a very good coat of mascara, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now for the most important part of this look, which is bronzing and highlighting. I'm going to start with the bronzer. I'm using Americano again. I'm going to be applying it with this angled brush, which I bought long ago from the drugstore. I still use it. It works great. It has no brand on it, so it's probably a part of a set that I bought, but you'll find so many different brushes that look exactly like this either at the drugstore or on Amazon or any website online. I'm applying the bronzer in areas where I want to bring some warmth into my face. I'm also using a blending brush from Colourpop to sculpt my nose. As you can see, there's a shadow just underneath her brows in the inner corners, and I'm going to create that shadow using the bronzer. For a very delicate light blush, I'm going to be using this one from the California Dream Triangle, and I'm going to be highlighting the high points of my face using the Blissful highlighter. And the brush that I'm using is the Sigma highlighter brush. On her lips, she had a color that would just enhance the lip color like a baby berry. So I'm using the Jordana Baby Berry Lip Liner. I'm going to be lining the borders as well as filling in my lips using the same shade. And just so all this effort doesn't go for a waste and my makeup doesn't move, I'm going to set it with the Ofra Makeup Fixer. Now that we're done with the makeup part, let's move on to the hair. What she had was a very textured hair with French braid in the back and loose curls in front. And because she has highlights, I got my highlights done yesterday. I don't know how much the camera can catch, but I'm sure you can definitely see that my hair is highlighted. I'm going to pull two sections in front. These are the sections that I'm going to curl later on after I'm done with braiding. So we'll first focus on the French braid. I'm going to turn around so you can see. I'm doing the regular 3-section braid. That's how I'm going to start all the way on the top. And as I braid, I'm going to take small sections from the sides, both left and right sides, and I'm going to keep joining with the braid. And that's how you get the French braid. And as you observe, I'm not using a hairbrush because I don't want it to look sleek. I still want it to look messy as I'm braiding. So I'm just using my fingers. It's a messy braid that we're going for, so the more the texture in your hair, the better it is. So I'm going to do this all the way up to my neck. You can continue on with a tight 3-section braid, but I'm going to be doing a fish braid because I think that's what she had. Fish braid is very easy. Basically, you section out your hair into two and you start taking small sections of hair from the sides and inserting it in the middle while you braid your hair. So basically with your finger, you section out a small section from the right, braid it, and then take a small section from the left, push it in the middle, braid it, and then again from the right and then from the left, and you continue on. Smaller the sections, the better the fish braid. And it's just a matter of practice. Try it a couple times and you'll be a pro. I'm using a transparent rubber band at the end, and then I'm going to pull my hair gently to loosen up and make my braid look bigger. And then to curl my hair in front, I'm using this 2-in-1 straightener and curler from Medania. I basically use this straightener like a curler, and I'll show you how. Before you use any heat on your hair, make sure you have a heat protectant spray. I used it even before I dried my hair, so I'm safe. I'm going to take small sections in front, insert it into the straightener, and I'm going to rotate it like a curler. Hold it there for a couple of seconds before I release the curl. I'm taking very small sections of hair and I'm curling away from my face, not towards my face. At this point, you can loosen up your curls and you can loosen up the hair in the back and also use a hairspray if you like. She also had a lot of shimmer on her neck, her collarbones as well as shoulder, and for that I'm going to be using the Soul Golden Shimmer Dry Oil. This is from Colourpop. And I'm using the brush that came with it. I'm sitting very close to the camera and the light so you can see the shimmer. I apologize for the bright light, but I'm sure you can see the glow on my neck. She kept the focus on her makeup and her look overall and her outfit, and there wasn't much jewelry, and I absolutely love this kind of a look where the focus is on one thing, it's not too distracting. And here is my completed look. Let me know what you guys thought of this look by commenting below, and if you enjoyed watching this video, as always, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. For your convenience, I'm listing all the products that I used in the description box right below this video. You'll also find my social media links there. If you're not following me on Instagram and Facebook, now is the time because I post a lot more things that I don't showcase on YouTube. And I also have a Facebook group called Beauty Babble, for which I have a link in the description box below as well. That's where you get to share your looks and ask me questions, and we just have a healthy beauty discussion out there. Just as a reminder, the giveaways start next week, so the entire month of October is filled with giveaways. With every video that goes up on YouTube, there's going to be a giveaway from my side. It's my way of saying thank you to you guys for all the love and support. So make sure you're subscribed. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new video. Bye guys.